What's going on, guys? My name is Tony Hafner, and I'm a day trader. And I wanted to come on here. This skill that I'm learning is a pretty lonely skill, and I spend a lot of time here just watching these charts and watching these candles. And I'm really at the beginning of my journey. I've been trading maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 months. And right now I'm trading prop firms. I have one live account that I haven't really done much with. And honestly, I probably won't until I become a consistent trader. But one of the big things about trading is you want to journal everything and track everything and watch everything. And I have a journal here, but I uh, I just haven't been able to consistently do that. And something I've always wanted to create content. I've created content in the past. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to start just kind of putting my trades and my trading on YouTube. And if anything, it'll be my own for myself. And if people watch it, cool. If people don't, great. But yeah, so I've kind of I've had payouts before, um, and I haven't reached like a consistent payout level. And then I'll go on a day where I just kind of almost blow my account, which is what I did last week. And on Friday, I had gains in the market. I was doing well for the week. I hadn't made any mistakes or anything like that. I missed a lot of trades, which was annoying me. And then finally, at the end of the day, the final mark, I went down draw on all three of my funded accounts. And so that was really frustrating. And I realized that I need to scale back my risk and really like play with like one micro and become a good trader before I try and just like make a bunch of money. But I also need to journal and everything like that and kind of live, breathe, and sleep this. And so this is part of my journaling aspect. I've been following Discords, and I've noticed that I'll go on a Discord and I follow a Discord, and it gives you good advice. You can learn a lot from there, but I just don't think you can mirror somebody. Like, one, it affects the way you're making decisions, and the only person that's going to be able to put you in a trade and get you out of a trade and make you profitable is yourself, and nobody else is going to be able to make you profitable. So yeah, those discords are great for social things, but social aspects of it and everything like that. But you need to be able to analyze these markets with your own brain and with your own mind, and be able to execute and discipline yourself your own way. And so I'm deciding to go out on my own and do this on my own, but I would like to just kind of show my trades and show my journey along the way. So it is Sunday currently. It is, what's the date today? Something tell me the date. What is it? May 9th? May 9th. It's May 9th. Um, or Saturday, May 9th, I'm sorry. And yeah, so opening will be in Asia. Honestly, I do have rules where I trade usually in the morning. But right now, I'm kind of at a point where I'm kind of like discovering like what's the best. I have good models. I have a good understanding of the markets. I trade ICT concepts. Michael Huddleston, ICT is who I follow, and that's what I'm going to follow. I believe in his concepts a lot. I've seen him play out so many times. I mean, you can look back at the market just recently that played out. What was that? If this is the move that I'm thinking about, so it was May. This is the daily chart. So right here, Monday, March. Oh, we're all the way up here. So right here. That move was beautiful ICT. Even this up move right here was beautiful ICT concepts. Like you just see it. So I'm looking at the day chart right now. We've had this monstrous move since basically March 31st, which is my birthday. So ever since my birthday, we've just been moving up. We've moved up a total of, let's see. And it just bothers me to see this because, like, if I was a better trader, I'd have been able to catch a ton of this. So we moved up 6,453 points. That's insane. And so coming into next week, kind of want to look at what my plan is, and I'm gonna share that with y'all, and then y'all can take that or leave that. Honestly, I probably myself wouldn't be I'm a beginning trader. I'm not a profitable trader, so don't take what I say as gold. Go study Michael ICT. I'm just for entertainment purposes. But here's what I'm seeing. Obviously, we have all of these imbalances. Like the market just needs to balance itself out. Like look at this. Like Fair value gap, I guess we kind of went down in there and did that. Fair value gap, fair value gap. We balanced a little bit right here. Fair value gap, fair value gap. So if you're wondering what a fair value gap is, it's basically, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Come back. There we go. Fair value gap is right here. So this would be a daily fair value gap right here, just in between these two candles. And that's kind of like, I mean, on the daily chart, obviously is a little bit different than like a minute chart, but it's just a place where there was no selling orders. It was just all buying orders on the daily chart. So it means it was very, bullish, but we can use these as places of retracement of, this market needs to balance out. Like, in other words, selling orders need to come through here at some point and balance this market out, and all of this needs to be balanced out. And that doesn't mean I'm at all bearish next week. I'm bullish for sure. I'm not here to try and pick a top. I'm just kind of speculating on that. So if I'm looking at it though, we have this fair value gap right here, and that's all I need to pay attention to. We've dipped into it just barely on this candle right here on Friday. So we dipped into that guy, and then we just shot up, and it was extremely bullish. Looking at it right now, seeing this big candle up top, there's nothing to the left of the chart to even base this off of. It could do anything, My guess is it's going to continue going up. I would like to see a little bit of a retracement, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if we got a good size retracement down and, balanced all this stuff out, and then went back up higher. So let's go ahead and drop down into the 4 hour. Kind of see what we're looking at. So this was Friday. We just literally opened up and then just bam. Look at that. Beautiful. So obviously 4 hour back fair value gap, 4 hour fair value gap. We have an order block right here. So we have this big order block. What I'd like to see is these 2 down candles and then a move up on the 4 hour. Interesting. So I'm still just learning these concepts. So like this is me kind of just figuring this stuff out and just sharing my journey along the way and see if I improve. So I don't need all this box right here. Like we don't need all that stuff. That's the daily busy. Okay, cool. But we have this order block right here. So what that is these 2 down candles. They come down and then we shoot up. And this is going to be a place of resistance. So what I'd like to see is, would be cool, it'd be if we, let's see if I could do this. I haven't done this before, but I see people do it all the time. Draw a line. What you could do here. So yeah, we came here, boom. And then we rejected right here and shot back up. That's what I think might happen, just looking at the 1 hour. And that would be a course of 1 day, 2 days. So Monday, Tuesday. And probably Sunday. So there it is. There's that 1 hour fair value gap. So with that in mind, what would we be looking at? As you can see, look at that, it aligns perfectly with the 1 hour. So what would happen is we would get a test right here. In this 1 hour fair value gap. Maybe even wick through and touch the top of that order block. And then we'll come through. And I bet you we'll candle somewhere around here. That's kind of what I would be thinking. And what might happen is we might just open up on Sunday and be right here. We might just open up right here on Sunday and then cruise up. Yeah, so we have this flat bottom right here. That's going to be a place of liquidity right there. Bam. So that's very clear, like there is going to be sell stops resting right there, and the market is going to go after those. So what I expect is just, I think that's going to be the first move personally. We just went up so hard on Friday, like we moved up like 600 points or something like that. We have these equal level bottoms right here. We shot up at the end of the day, and then just boop, landed right there. We have this fair value gap, this 15-minute fair value gap. Right here. And boom. Got an order block right there. So we have that down candle followed by that up candle right there. It's gonna be like on the small end. See, I just have a hard time thinking that we're even gonna open up like around here. I think we're gonna open up down here, and I think we're gonna sweep out all of that. That's just what I think is gonna happen. I don't know if that's true or correct, or we also have like this right here. So we tend to sweep these out. I don't know if that's like a data wick or what, but we tend to sweep these. There's like liquidity, this buy side liquidity resting above that. So probably trap people who bought on that. Yeah, so that's my analysis on the market right now. What I'm gonna be doing is watching for a drop into this area. It doesn't have to be this far. It could be, right here. But that's kind of like what I would like to see, is a drop down and then a move up. Now, does that mean it's going to happen? I don't know. It beats me, man. Like, I'm not a professional trader, like I said. I'm just speculating on the market and just seeing kind of what it's going to do. But I want to keep like a good journal of everything that I'm thinking and like my biases, right? So obviously, like that would be a pretty big drop too. Like, what are we talking about here? From here to here, 307 points would be a pretty massive drop. Oh, I guess like I should check the 50% of this leg. Like, so obviously we're really high in premium. So low to the high. So that would be right there. That's the hour fair value gap. So 50% of this leg would be right there. Yeah, so I mean, like, look, we have these equal level lows with this hour fair value gap right below. That would be a pretty nice move if we can get that. Is drop down into here. Boom. Get our liquidity. Take out that data wick. May 9th. Yeah, so that's kind of my analysis on the market. I hope to continue just kind of making these videos and just kind of show my journey into becoming profitable as a trader. I'm an actor, and my dream is to get into movies and to make movies and to make creative pieces of work. And so you see my prior videos, I was making those for like a couple days, and I just kind of got to the realization that I was really bored of them, and it just was the same thing every single day, and it wasn't like really giving anything to the audience. And this, I feel like, at least, maybe in the future it'll give something to the audience of people and share kind of what I'm doing. I think that acting is a really tough gig to get into, and I kind of came to the realization that it's going to be really important to have a skill that's going to make me money. And if I really want to be an actor, I'm going to have to be able to make good money on my own without a job, because there could be a point where I get a role that I really like and I just have to leave my job. And my freedom is really important to me as well, and just the idea of having to chase jobs, which is what acting is you're auditioning for jobs. You're still not a free person. And I want to be an actor and I want to do creative works and I want to get into that line of business, but I don't want to I want to do it on my terms. And this is the way I can do that. This is the key, is doing it through trading. So follow along on my journey. Subscribe if you guys want. Really just trying to find a group of people that like trading and want to follow my journey. See you guys later.